Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It seems like even Zelensky admits that some of Ukraine's sponsors, backers, are communicating and talking behind his back with the Russians. I don't think this is something new. I think this is something that has been happening for some time, but I think I intensified in the past few months. And for Zelensky to come out and say, well, I think there are some who work behind my back, probably suggesting that Zaluzny does it, is very revealing. What shall he do? Should he just say, you know what, I'm out? Who wants me? The Russians want you, come over. That's one of them. Or he would do what? Fight? He's going to be losing. Zelensky's going to be losing. Why? He doesn't have the guns. He's got the security forces, but the security forces could be turned around by the military just like this. So let me show you this beautiful article here coming from Russia Today, from today, 6th of November 2023. Zelensky admits Ukraine's backers talking to Russia. The Ukrainian president has admitted that dialogue probably continues, thank you, at the level of intelligence services or top advisors. That means he doesn't know. He assumes. Because don't say or, you say and if you know. Saying or, that means you're not certain. Otherwise, we say, oh, the intelligence services and top advisors. If it says or maybe this is what the Russians are saying. But let's see. President Zelensky has admitted that countries among his Western backers are communicating with Russia, despite his repeated refusal to engage with Moscow on resolving the ongoing conflict. In an interview with NBC News on Sunday, Zelensky was asked to address reports that Western officials had approached Kiev to discuss potential peace talks with Russia. The channel also sought to clarify whether he was personally involved in the process. This is what Zelensky says, right? He said that while he had heard, and I'm quoting, a lot of different voices and emotions, and without any contradictions and propositions, he did not have any contact with Russia, adding that all top US officials and policymakers were well aware of his refusal to negotiate with Moscow. He's also stressed that he had not experienced any overt pressure, from the West to sit down with his opponent. However, he conceded that, and I'm quoting Zelensky, I'm sure that there are some countries where on the level of intelligence or advisors of leaders, maybe they speak with Russia. Maybe they think how to manage everything. You don't want to have this guy as a husband. And it wasn't about managing everything. It's about managing this situation in Ukraine. But that's not everything. But he talks like that. According to Zelensky, however, talks are impossible until Russian troops leave the territory that Ukraine claims as its own. The statement was in line with the Ukrainian leader's long-taunted peace formula, which also demands the establishment of a tribunal to prosecute Russians for alleged war crimes. Well, however, NBC reported on Sunday that Western officials were holding delicate, remember that song of Terence Trent D'Arby? Delicate? The other one, Sign Your Name Across My Heart, that's better. I mean, that's the best. Delicate talks with Kiev, probing it on what concessions it might be willing to make to end the conflict. The discussions are reportedly being driven by fears that hostilities have, and I'm quoting, reached a stalemate, and the Ukraine is, and I'm quoting, running out of forces. It comes amid Kiev's ongoing counteroffensive, which has been underway since June, but has failed to gain any substantial ground. See, that is, news for you. This is reporting. You see what this guy say? Failed to gain any substantial ground. Russia Today could have said they gained squat, shit, nothing. But they didn't say that. But that's the way these guys are saying here. Most of them. Respectable corporate media, saying that, outlets. But these guys says any substantial. So they say, yeah, there were some, but not something that we should take a poop for. According to Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, Ukraine has lost more than 90,000 troops, blah, blah, blah. Well, the point is, I think, as I said before, that, and I'm not thinking about that just because I just woke up or something with this dream. They were in the contact more or less. That means sometimes more in contact, sometimes less. The subject of, hey, how about with these guys? What are you going to do with that? With these guys, I think it's something that is maybe in the past month and a half maybe, when they realized that the counteroffensive has been dead from the very beginning. One, no substantial gains, it's territorial gains. One, the other one is these guys get drained. Their economies are not doing pretty well, and Israel now needs what word should I find? Should I use Al Capone? Al Capone is nice because it sounds like a boss, but in this case, I can't use Al Capone. I don't know, man. Who could it be like? Maybe, I don't know. Lady of the Night. So Israel needs the Lady of the Night's help. Why Lady of the Night? Because you abuse her and use her, and whenever you pay something, but in this case, they don't even pay. So how in the hell, man? I have to think. How could I describe the relationship between Israel and the United States of America? Because it's not like a Lady of the Night, because this pays. Okay, so I'm gonna come up with something. Anyway, now Israel and Iran. They failed in Ukraine against the Russians. Now they try to get in through the back door, if you know what I mean. And this is their attempt. And then probably something's going to happen in Taiwan to get the other ones busy. So everywhere you find the same trail of menstruation, which is Al Capone's menstruating. You find him in the Balkans, you find him in Ukraine, you find him in the Middle East, you find him in Africa, you find him in Far East, you find him everywhere. Wherever the world needs someone to show up and drag their around, you find United States of America, the force of good. My American friends, think about it. We are used. All right? I can just parrot the same thing these guys are parenting, but they are on the opposite team. You, even if you don't like me, you don't know it, but you are on my team. We are on the same team because we are real deep by those guys. Okay? So when you read the Wall Street Journal, you listen to CNN, Fox News, politicians fighting for us, the presidents, the military, all these companies that are working for our interest, they are in team one, and we are on a hard team two. All right. So yeah, you might not like me, but actually I'm telling you something that you should know that will help you and me. Those guys are just using a trust in me, just in me. Remember, it was what, the snake Ka in the Mowgli in the movie Jungle Book. Trusting me. This is what these guys are doing with you and I, your children, your grandchildren, and so on. And I'm the big disruptor, okay? So you can hate me how much you want. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.